Hello, my beautiful people. Good evening. Mwasiyemtia, 안녕하세요. How are you, my beautiful people? In Chinese, how do they say? Ni hao. Ni hao, my beautiful people. How are you all doing? Good evening. This is your girl Nora. Welcome to my evening live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're most welcome. Welcome to this evening. I'm a Ugandan, but currently I'm in Saudi Arabia. For those who are in Saudi Arabia, hi. Let me see, much love from Saudi. I hope you're all doing well. Yes, but I don't speak Arab, so don't start speaking Arabic with me. Let's just speak English, not Arabic. But anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And kindly, guys, watch my video. Kindly support this channel. I'm supporting the channel. I'm supporting the channel. I don't know how to wink. Huh? I don't know how to wink on my eyes, but anyway, welcome and transferring to us to the world. For those who have just woken up, good morning. Yeah, even me, I've just woken up. I only sleep for 2 hours, so I've just woken up, and yeah, good morning to us. Good evening. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome. Kindly like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Yes, welcome. Muliwa, 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 muliwa. So when I say muliwa, muliwa means where are you? Muliwa, muliwa means where are you? I'm speaking in Luganda because I'm a Ugandan, but Luganda is not my mother tongue. I'm a Luo. So guys, someone asked me a question, Nora, why is it that Christmas nowadays does not look exactly like Christmas? Back in the 90s and the 2000, it was really, 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 really a Christmas. So, if you're that child who was born in the 90s like me, from 90s, 60s, up to when we are here up to 2000, actually the most beautiful fun stopped happening. The most beautiful thing started stopping at around 2005 there. That's when I started seeing Christmas. Christmas is not becoming Christmas. New Year is not becoming like New Year. People are working even more than back in the days. Back in the days, money was less, but someone could have time for their family. But you find nowadays that during festival, people are working. People are always at work. They don't have time for their family members, and they don't have time like to celebrate Christmas, whether Eid. They don't have. And also back in the days, we could play. There was no phones. There was no TV. It was found in a rare. Like a family that can afford the TV back then in the 80s or in the 90s. You guys, you have money. You have money if you can afford TV. If you find a family with radio, oh, we back then could afford radio. Don't laugh at me, guys, but yeah, I'm that child from the 90s. We didn't have TV in our house. We had only radio, the radio cassette, that radio where, hi Sarah, how are you? Salam alaikum. We had that radio where you had to put in a tape. So the tape had both sides. It had A and B. So if you played the side A, Najra, oh, how are you? Let me just call you Jeffrey. Jeffrey, how are you doing? So back then that tape you could play the side of A. If you want to change the music or the song, you could play, how are you? I'm all right. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It has both sides. There was the side of A and B. So if you want to change the song, you could change or to the B or to the A. It depends what you want to listen to. And then you guys will dance. Imagine it's Christmas. You don't have anywhere to go as a child. You will stay home. You've dressed up well. You've eaten. You've taken your soda. Back then, bottles of the soda could be big, not small. Nowadays, this is only for the 90 babies. Nigeria, Alex, how are you? How are you doing? Me, I'm from Uganda. Thank you so much for coming, guys. So we could dance, and once you're tired, you go to sleep. You had nowhere to go. And fireworks back then, for those who could see fireworks, they were lucky, but I grew up actually not seeing fireworks. I started seeing fireworks when it was 2000, when we were entering the year of 2004. That's when I first saw fireworks in my life at a young age. But nowadays, fireworks is everywhere. Anyway, everything is more good. Back then, let me tell you, you could play all the kind of games. Nowadays, kids don't play that much. How are you? Hey, I'm doing well, my dear Alex. Oh, nice, Uganda. Yes, I'm from Uganda. Nice to meet you, my dear Alex. Blue Goat. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Nora. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. So, guys, tell me, how was your childhood back in the days? Me, I grew up where we didn't have that much, but at least I know at that young age, my family could afford bread back then, and bread was so much at home. I grew up eating bread. They could buy turkey, they could buy milk, and it was too much. Hi, how are you, my dear Batu? Batua, Ogamba otya? Ooh, thank you so much. So back then, and then what else did we that we were able to afford back then? Back then at least at our home we could afford to have like helpers, full helpers at home. And me in my life as a kid, I remember going to school. Don't take me to school without packing for me bread. You have to make sure that that bread has a blue band. You guys know blue band, okay? You guys can call it here prestige. You can call it prestige, but prestige is different from blue band. For those who know blue band, you will know it's kind of it's like butter. So blue band back then I could love it so much. If you don't put that on my bed, if you don't apply that on my bread, there's no way I'm going to school. If you don't pack milk for me, there's no way I'm going to school without those two things. So at least I grew up in a family where they can afford those things. But hey, how are you, Hassan? How are you doing? Okay, hi, how are you, beautiful? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming. Shukran, Habibti. How have you been? How have you been doing? So back then, Christmas was really, really, really good. So the year started going when we are from the 2000. The year that I started me actually understanding well. I started understanding in the year of 2000, 2000, 2002, 2001, 2002, 2003. The rest, actually, very little memory that comes back in my mind, but the rest I still remember very well. So in 2004, yeah, in 2004 I remember very well. That year it was December 31st. And December 31st, you all know what happened. People are celebrating the new year, like in the middle of the night at January 1st. They always have to display the fireworks, so you guys have to go and see. Yes guys, kindly, like my dear Hassan is saying, guys, like, so we could go and view the fireworks. Some say my childhood we didn't do much in Christmas, but was more real. Yes, it was more real than nowadays. Nowadays, people are just about, everyone, you will gather as family. Some people will go and they're on their phones, you know. Back then, even taking a photo, guys, you know that black and white camera. You have to make sure that they capture you. But me, all my photos, they never captured me like being straight. All my photos, I used to look down. I never looked up straight on the camera. No, all my face could be down on something because there was always something that could distract me. I was distracted always. And the good thing also growing up that I loved was that one of my late uncles managed to keep our childhood memories so well. Even if that guy is no longer there anymore, but at least that guy made us grow up. Every time we go home and then we look at the family album, we're like, this is me, this is me, this is me. Here I was taking a bath. Here I was actually eating while sleeping. So there is a photo where at least your children could be like, but mom, you always yell at me when you also used to do the same thing. At least your child can see what you used to do as a kid, the behavior that you had, and then instead of blame. Nowadays parents, or nowadays they're like, me back then I was a good child. They were the baddest. If you hear your mom telling you how humble she was, just know that this nigga wasn't humble at all. They were not. I could remember my grandma could play Lingala, the songs in Congolese, and then you could dance, and they'll give you 50 shillings of Uganda. Nowadays, 50 shilling in Uganda, even the bank rejects that money. You can imagine. Nowadays, 100 in Uganda cannot buy anything. 100 in Uganda can no longer buy something. The money that nowadays can buy something 1,000 is like 100 back then, because 1,000, it cannot even, you cannot even book a taxi to money to go somewhere with that 1,000. But in Kenya, 1,000 is a lot. It's equivalent to Uganda. 1,000 Kenyan shilling in Uganda, it's 25 Ugandan shilling. So imagine you're having like 100 Kenyan shilling. How much do you have in Uganda? You have money, but don't forget Uganda is more expensive than in Kenya. Kenya, things are a bit cheaper. In Uganda, things are more expensive. So if you're that kind of a person who looks more into the details, you can't afford staying in Uganda. Uganda is made for those who are used with their currency. But anyway, I'm not here about the currency. I'm here about their childhood. What really made your childhood more fun than nowadays? When you look at the things, you're like, nowadays things are not exactly the way it used to be. Yeah, it's not. It's not. You go to the club, you dance like strippers. Nowadays you find a 12-year kid is saying something that adult should be the one doing. Have you guys watched, there's this certain video, two teenagers, they're like around 13, 14. But if you hear the words that comes out of their mouth, you'll even be ashamed of listening. You cannot even listen until the video ends. You have to skip. Kids of nowadays, okay, they are more exposed into internet. Everything they want to know, they search. Me back then, let me give you a secret. It really took me so long to understand where babies come from at my age, to be honest. It took me long to understand until someone one day told me that here, I was like, and then my question to this person was like, okay, so if here's where the baby comes from, how does the baby go in there? The person was like, okay. I was so embarrassed. The next day I couldn't want even to see this person an eye to an eye because of what I was exposed to. Nowadays, kids are expert. Kids nowadays, they know that there is a C-section. Imagine, me, I didn't even know all those things. Okay, we can say it's part of education, but part of education is too much. The information is too much. For a 10 year to 11 years old to be able to know those kind of things. I remember my first case. I have to ask someone to teach me how to. I didn't know, to be honest. I didn't know. So I had to go to this person and then I'm like, can you teach me how? How do they kiss? This person was like, I also don't know, but let's both of us practice from each other's. I was all joking, guys, but I was so damn. I was black and blue, or black and white. That kids nowadays are a mess. Trust me, they will see the result of it in their 20s and they will be cooked like if they are in their 50s. Yeah, to be honest, yes. You see, me back then, I was only those in elite and the covenant committees will survive. Are you sure? Let's pray. Let's pray. Even you're finding those who I do. They are also like, when they get a chance to be out there, they become more wild. And those are the ones who even become even more wild than these ones who are exposed. You know, when someone grew up not knowing something, when they get a chance to be able to expose themselves into that kind of life, they become even something that you are not even imagining. It's like getting someone from the village, let me put it like that. Getting someone from the village, they have never experienced the kind of a city life. When they go to the city, they even become wild. That I mean the mental status. Yeah. The mental status is there. Some of them ignore that. They ignore that. You regret, but not everyone. Some people are like, if that's why I find nowadays, and most of the young, when you tell them something, someone is attempting to take their own life. For them, they think you don't love them. How could you, like, they will even be like, how could you try to condemn me from doing what? It's my right. They even tell you it's my right. What right do you get when someone's trying to educate you on something that they know it's going to ruin your future? They're trying to save you, but you see it as something that this person doesn't wish me well. That's how nowadays kids of nowadays. Me, I remember recently my young sister was like, "Hey sis, do you know that I'm bored?" I was like, "There is TV at home." She was like, "Yeah, there is TV, but I need more than that." I was like, "What else do you need? You're even lucky." I told her, if you feel bored, go scrub the saucepans in the house that you see that they have taken long without to be washed. Go to the store, collect them, watch. And if you feel like you're bored again, make sure that very soon you're going back to school in January, you'll be heading to school. Make sure that you wash all your clothes, wash your blankets, and iron them. Make sure that everything is in its place. You'll not feel bored. She was like, I thought I came here so that you help me. I don't know why nowadays none of you care about my happiness. I was like, here, this one. Hear about this fool that no one cares about his happiness. Me, I played in my 15, 14. I could play like I was still a kid, jumping around, playing. I'm telling her, go play outside. She's like, no, that's above my age. I cannot play. Hey, look at this fool. Kids nowadays, they are too much. So for me, I knew exactly what she wanted. So I was like, so in all you're trying to tell me that you want a new phone, right? She was like, yeah. My tab that you guys bought for me, mom kept it. I was like, yeah, she's right to keep it away from me. She was right to keep it away from me because when they bought that tab for her, she was always, even if you send her to do something, she could tell you, hey, wait. She even knew how to reply to you. She could even tell you, hey, stop yelling at me. How dare you yell at me? And you're like, I just told you to mop the house. You tell someone to mop the house, and then they will only mop the hallway where you can see you're entering the house. But the rest of the house, they will not mop because someone has a tab to text. They have a place to play video game. We were like, Mom, we need to get into action. We had to take it out. So she was like, hey. Me, I knew exactly. I was like, I know what you want. I know. But you just have to bear it. Learn. And then I went on, I told her, you know what, anyway, next year we are all planning so that you will be going to there is a certain school where you pay for your kids to learn. Like, they can learn anything they want when they are from school instead of spending most of their times at home. But back in the days, even we didn't have even that. We never learned. We only went to school. You wait and then you wait. You go to school, you study. Maybe you go and do a course. That's where you learn from. No one had any extra. Nowadays, people are trying to do everything to make sure that they distract their children's mind so that, they don't get involved into the wrong hand. Yeah. A person is doing everything so that someone can survive. Let me tell you, in the 90s, let's go back in the year 2004. In the year 2004, I remember it was December 31st. It was around 11 p.m. We went out as kids. There was a church near to our home. It's not far, you just cross. There's a road that used to divide us with the church, so you need to cross the road. It wasn't a busy road, it was these community roads where they build. Nice talking to you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Alex, for passing by. Thank you. So we could cross the road and go to the church. I remember one time, got to go. Bye, Alex. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there was a church we went, and there was 3 churches, 2 for the born again, and 1 church was for the Catholics. So the Catholic church was quite really a bit boring, and we were like, no, let's go to the church that will uplift our spirit. I remember we went to the church for the born again. We could get one of these, it was like a celebration that night. Everyone was just celebrating. So, in the 90s, things were so much fun. When we mean fun, we mean it. No phones where your friend is going to lie to you that, I'm busy, when she does not. Sometimes when someone tells you they are busy, they don't want to socialize. But back in the days, when someone tells you we are going somewhere, definitely you will leave whatever you're doing to join them. What are you going to stay home and do? Nothing. So we could get a chance and go. So that night, it was almost reaching to midnight, guys. That I love you. Oh, shukran habibti. Thank you so much. It was about to reach around midnight, and suddenly, you know what happened? We don't know what happened. It was like an earthquake. It's not an earthquake. Something happened that it has never happened in that year. I'll never forget that year. And they say that's when you see even a man of God is running for his life. The church was shaking in the middle of the night, and then the community went into the darkness, the light went off, and all we could see was purple light. And there was this huge thing passing, like something big covered the entire place. We could not see where to go. The only thing you could see, have you ever seen a light that comes into purple green like that? You cannot see it clear. Like your eyes, it was some kind. Okay, let me just put it this way. It was like a night vision light. It could light up a night vision light, and then later on it lights up purple. So while that thing came out, the earth was shaking. The place, let me say, the ground was shaking. Like it could feel that even the trees, like everyone was just like this. Guys, how the earthquake really shakes the ground. But that night it wasn't the earthquake that was shaking the ground. It was something big that was passing on top. Oh, Robert, wali wavulirawa. So while the thing was passing, people were running, and me, with my stubborn friend, we were like, we have to witness. Our eyes will not go blind for no reason. We have to tell the story. And that's why I'm here today telling you that story. Me and my friend, actually, let me tell you guys, it was God's mercy upon our life. We were stupid, but what we did, it was so dangerous. Because you see, that turn was where the water passes from. So my friend went the other side, and me, I also went this side. So we had to enter into the tunnel. People ran, they went home. We remained. We looked at the thing that we have never seen. If you tell someone now, someone will be like, you're crazy. And I won't tell you guys what I saw, because both of you will be like, Nora, really, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. That was what I saw that night. We saw something disappearing, like it just vanished. After being near, it just went a little bit higher, and then it vanished like a star without anyone knowing. And then everything was back to normal. The electricity came back. Everyone was like, that I remember that first of January when we were entering the year 2005, on the radio, everyone was saying, did you guys see what happened? It was like a ball. It was like this. It was like that. But only that two. I think also others, but I remember me and my friend Carol, we saw exactly. Others were saying it was a ball. Others were like it was like a dish. Others were like, everyone was just imagining or saying things. But because people were so curious to want to know, the next that was what was everyone was talking about on the radio station. People were like, guys, did you see what happened? That's when other people started that the world was ending yesterday. Others who are those ones who slap them that the world was ending yesterday. It did not end. We survived. Hello, how are you, Habibti? How are you, Salaam Alaikum? I hope you're doing well. The world did not end that day. But even at the radio station, people did not know exactly. I think some people were drunk, so they are just imagining. I wish they could know where the little two devils were. we would have told them exactly what we saw that day. But I cannot explain because the more I explain, I remember at home my mother told me, the more you will explain, the more people will think like you're mad. But I know you saw it because me and Carol, the kid was called Carol. I remember so well. Me and Carol, we were the one who saw that thing. We were out there when everyone ran home for their lives. We were out to see what exactly. Me and Carol growing up, we were these people. We were this kid that we have to be the eyewitness of what had happened on the ground. We always had to hide somewhere. There's always that place where we are to keep an eye closed and but if you ask me now, I'll tell you that Nora is dead. This is the new me. The new me does not want to know anything. The new me does not want to be the investigator. No, I don't want to be an investigator. But back in the days, things were okay. Happy life, happy childhood, happy memories. Hey, you wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe one of you has eaten a lot of food. You want to go to the toilet and there's darkness outside. You'll be like, wake up. Wake up. Can you help me and take me out? Guys, have you ever reached that scenario where your stomach in the middle of the night? In the middle of the night, your stomach is burning. You want to go and shit, but you're afraid of going outside. For those who have toilets inside the house, it's okay. But we will grow up where the toilet was outside of the house. They never built the toilet inside the house. Who wants their house to smell? The toilet used to be outside. And the only thing that was inside the house was the bathroom, toilet out. In the middle of the night, you tell someone, please wake up. You'll be like, Sophie, wake up. I need to go to the toilet, please. You have to be kind to them so that they can take you out in the middle of the night. But if you are not kind to them, the other one will take you. And you'll be begging someone, please, please help me, take me out. I need to go to the toilet, please. And your stomach is burning. And you know how you run like this. You'll be like this. You'll be like this. I'm now a big girl. I can no longer hold it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I know someone is feeling angry whenever they see me shaking. Like shaking. Baby, go shake, 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 shake. I'm gonna shake my milk, shake, 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 shake it. Shake it out, shake it out. Oh, oh. We gotta shake, 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 shake. Unnecessarily. We so we babies from the 90s, we knew how to enjoy life. Nowadays, you people, you're not enjoying. You're not enjoying anything. You're not enjoying your holidays. You're not enjoying your life the way you should be enjoying. We enjoyed. That's why it's hard to find a child from the 90s that they usually, that if you tell them that I'm breaking up with you, they will feel bad. No, they'll just tell you, go ahead. Go ahead and baby, let me know how you feel. Cry. Bitch ain't taking time. 100 motherfucker can't tell me nothing. In the trap. Bees in the top, bees in the top. Salongin, salongin, sala. Yay! We have a sala. Someone can't see me clear here. Okay, I'm here. Tell me. Tell me, baby, baby. Baby Junior. Isimiangelo. Madina kumpe ya time kudesi ya chinke keliz. Ngoleko kama makange kalikali. Hello, Mama Yoga. Hello, Yoga. Hello. Auntie Mabel Kosain. Auntie Mabel Kosain. Auntie Abel. Iti Bel. Neno Bel. Komech. Ngine no gine. Ngine no gimarami. yawone weino kuweru kuri nayenga wandi era wakwakwa yaliwo era wakwakwa yaliwo niweru kuri iti aibad meno bad meno bad kiti aibad kale idagosi mi just mothie abedo keyo minyamisi mama para tawacho ni wagoye ni mama para simu ike yabedo ka nange nina okulambulako ku bantu awo okulaba ate naawe olwawo okumpulirizaako nembeera nga nkusubwa negamba owaayi kancekinge ku maama wange oba ali atya naye kasobera ngaoli bulungi ekyo kirungi maama ekyo kirungi kale beera bulungi weerabirira owulidde kale beera bulungi Christmas munano bangambye tino Christmas bakyalimuko bize naye bajja kusindikira nga bakomyewo yangambye akyali bize kuba nazimusindikira kale beera bulungi kale babiŋŋamba wano babiŋŋamba mama babiŋŋamba babiŋŋamba nange mbyala yafa kale beera bulungi bye mama kale go ahead and tell me baby 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 muliwa bansekereranga muliwa bansekereranga Gemily so we are here you know one thing I love about back in the days like in the 90s that we had a lot of time to play as kids and the scientists they say that when a child plays it helps their mental health like they grow happy. Back then I remember we played, there's nothing I didn't we played. I could have my toys, I had time for my toys at night. Like during daytime, those are for me and my friends, like my fellow kids around the community. We could play around and enjoy the kind of game we used to play. We used to play hide and seek. There's this for throwing the ball. You stay in the middle, and when the ball hits you, you get out of the game. And there is this game of arranging the stones, collecting the sand. You have to make sure that you fill the bottle with the sand. Those all kind of games. Hide and seek, we could play in the group, and we could go for swimming. You know, you go to swimming in the swamps. We could go to the swamps and collect those clay soil. We learn how to make pots. We used to make a lot of things. You make chair. We used to learn how to build houses using just boxes. We used to do a lot of things back then in the days because you had no phone. There's no time of watching TV. And even back in the day, like, to watch the news anchor. No, you didn't have that time. All the time you want it to just go out there and it's even playing. You don't even want to go home. Hey, you don't even want the evening to end. They have to come and pick you up while flogging you to like tomorrow. Ay, guys, back in the days, life used to be life. That's why we babies from the 90s, we don't get angry so fast. We are okay because we know that's life. Nowadays, people think, children of nowadays, they think those are the ones from, let me start counting them. 2009. You find a child of 2008 is in a relationship. You find a child of 2009 is in a relationship. They have been looking into marriage. And here we are not even married, some of us from the 90s. There's some who were born in the 1993, 1991, 1992. They are not yet married. And why am I rushing myself into marriage? Because marriage is also luck. It doesn't mean that everyone is lucky. You're going to end up ending into the wrong hand. So the best thing is to take your time. Take your time as much as you want. There is no need of rushing things. Take your time. We used to play this kind of the game, they call it toko toko. Toko toko is cooking. Like you guys, you light up, you could dig up a hole, put charcoal into that hole, and light up fire, and go get a container. Those are, we used to use those containers. They were like those bean cans. You use them to cook, and the food from it, it was tasty. We could eat later on. We end up having food poison. And then they take you to the hospital. But sometimes if you're lucky enough, sometimes if you're lucky enough, you don't get the food poisoning. But guys, we used to play. We used to eat the ice candies. Life in the 90s and 2000, our life was so good. 2006, life was so good. Life was good. Life was good. I could remember we could. I remember one time I was in 2000, early 2020, early 2002. Yeah, 2002. I was just in my primary two, and in actually the way me I study, guys, imagine 2003 I was in my primary three, 2005 I was in my primary four. Like I was going with a year. Aye. But nowadays, nothing, literally nothing. And there's the kindergarten that I attended. It's now international. But if I tell people that I was one of the students, who were in that kindergarten, people are like, no, no, Nora, no. There's no how your family could afford. Back then, my grandmother had money. My granddaddy was a rich man, so I could be able to attend the nursery school, one of the schools that were affordable. Back then, the school fees, even the school could be expensive. It's just that nowadays, if someone tells you that I attended that school, you could be like, how did your family afford? Because that school is for the, yeah, they could afford, you know. The money of back in the days is not the same money nowadays. Nowadays, a lot of things have changed. Back then, the currency was okay. You could go to school, you could go to the boarding school. So me, that's I attended that nursery, the kindergarten. That nowadays, if you tell someone, Nora, aren't you lying? No, I'm not lying. Even if you go to that school, you'll find my photo there, because one thing I remember in that kindergarten, they used to take our photos, like the group, they collect the students, they take your photos. So like you go to the school, they show you that the school started, these are the students that school started with. You'll find my cute photo there, the stubborn girl. you, you'll find mama's daughter on the wall of the kindergarten. I love it whenever I go there, and I love it that the owner of the school, it's just that one of her sons is the one who took over. Yeah, because they were, yeah, their family was actually, yeah. Sigena Chogera na yeye, yes. So his son is the one who is now the director of the school. But I'm glad that if I go there, and then when you're passing in the hallway of the kindergarten, you see the photos on the walls, and they're like, these are the students that we started with. And then you see your small photo on the wall, and you're like, oh my God. It's so amazing. One day I'll take you guys there, and then you see the school.